when we do the sowing, the seedlings come in 4-5 days emergence. Then we put the tray on the benches, and the irrigation every day as per requirement, one or two as per requirement. This the irrigation is giving as for transplanting. The area is sterilized with Furadan and prepare the beds, and so deep space row to row, and is 5 to 10 centimeter row to row distance and 2 to 3 centimeter from seed to seed in a row. They drench the seed beds first with first water, then with fungicide whenever requirement at 2 gram per liter. Cover the seed beds with dry paddy. But here in high-tech nursery, the trays are put on each other. The tomato nursery should be covered with nylon mesh, because it should not be infected by the whitefly and other insects. So otherwise there will be leaf curl and low quality plant will be there. These are the ways. Even in soil we can make a plug tree like seedlings, and proper spacing. Multiple, this is the high-tech nursery. So it can up to 40 degree. It can be used, it is having shading net and benches for plug trays. These are the soil compositions. These are the high quality seedlings. We can, in tomato, we can get in 21 days. And they are very highly rooted, but particularly in plug tray. So they can be grown in high temperature environment, because root is more tolerant, particularly in rainy season. So these are the only seedlings which are surviving. Otherwise, the seedling with less root system, they cannot survive. So this is 8 to 10 month, and highly indeterminate varieties, they are used in net houses. And from 25 days after transplanting, staking should be started, because it is must. Otherwise, on soil there will be lost wastage of food and in harvest, so they should be stacked. Should be removed, branches side should be removed to maintain 2-3 branches from the 5th node onwards. The plants are supported by plastic wire or blind twines loosely anchored by the plastic clip at the base. Overhead wire running over the row at 8 to 10 feet above and firmly supported with structure. Stem vine plant is either fitted in soil plastic clips of 1 inch diameter with hanging twine. Twine is wrapped around the stem below the leaves clockwise, leaving top 15 centimeter of shoot area growing point. Regular pruning of side shoots should be done. Pollination, since it is self-pollinated crops having bisexual flower, thermal, normal flowering and fruiting takes place in sunny weather. However, for better fruiting in foggy or cloudy seasons, the vibrators or air blowers or manual shaking is required. That will enhance the fruiting. This is the view. So mostly the suitable fertilizers, they are used here through the drip irrigation, and initially NPK 5 to 3 to 6 is supplied later on after the flowering stage, and fruiting. Phosphorus and potassium is increased, and ultimately there are three various combinations. And particularly if there is cracking or end rot disease, so calcium is supplied. And if the growth is less, then the minerals or multiplex is supplied. The filter unit view, this is the field view. The mulch is very important, particularly in summer, winters, because it retains the temperature, so growth is remains high. Otherwise, in soil, direct soil, the growth will be very low. Harvesting of tomato fruits is a continuous process. After 75 days, big size tomato, slicing tomato are harvested singly with attached calyx and are graded and packed according to grade. During the summer months, harvesting should be done in early morning or late evening. Cherry tomatoes are harvested mostly with stem attached or sometimes singly with attached calyx with the fruits and are packed in containers. A total of 50 to 60 tons of tomato can be harvested from 1 hectare area under greenhouse cultivation, and 80 ton of cherry tomato can be harvested from 1 hectare greenhouse area. So these are the disease, particularly the damping of, which is at the time of seedling stage. If the moisture is very high, then root knot nematode, particularly in protected structures. These are the chemicals used to control these disease. For end rot disease, calcium fertilizers are applied. Then the leaf curl, because of the porosity or some this structure is damaged, so they get enter inside. Either you get the resistant variety or proper structure should be maintained. Because particularly in North Indian plains, there are strong winds and the structures are damaged every year. This is the view of normal tomato. The cherry tomato. So if you don't have much financially, not strong financially, so the low cost polyhouse can be raised for 50 square meter. And here also, if you see, so this is that. In 3 years, you will earn 25,000, and this low square meter, when in ready seasons, particularly in hills, where the range temperature is low, but the range are very high. So this structure can be used for the nursery raising. Off season, particularly when the covered walking tunnel, it becomes like a big walking tunnel. So the crops can be grown in off season. The prices are very high and we can earn. The tomato F1 hybrids, particularly, they occupy 75% because now the OP varieties, they are not in the use. So, but these features, they should be multiple disease resistant, TLCV, TMV, verticillium, fusarium, and late blight, particularly in hilly areas. They should be self-extended. The shelf life should be very extensible, firm fruit size and fruit shape, particularly for fresh. It should be flat type. They should be the heat tolerance and should tolerance the heat. The fruiting should be at 40 degree. And molecular breeding, because genome is sequenced, so molecular breeding and genomic assisted breeding has been successful in tomato. But the challenge is that still we are not able to find the resistance source for GBNV. Even the leaf curl resistance, when the temperature is high or humidity is high, it is breaking down. Out of, there are 6 genes here. Out of 6 genes, TY3 was the most efficient, most this, but even now, this TY3 is losing the resistance breakdown. Late blight also we have genes, but they are not giving desired resistance, particularly in hill areas. Early blight, still we are struggling for the resistance source. Heat tolerance, because in all the genes, the regions, particularly in North Indian plains and all areas, temperature goes about 40 degree. So we have to breed varieties which can be grown. So these are the examples. Field view. So many varieties and hybrids, they have been developed, Arka Rakshak and Samrat, but they are suitable for southern India and eastern India, because they are high yielding, very high yielding. So there also they are successful, and Karnataka. Arka Vikas is in flat type, Arka Vishal, Kashi Abhiman, Pusa hybrid 1248. They were old hybrids, but now they are not in use because of now the use which are, this is the first variety, leaf curl resistant variety, Kashi Aman, Kashi others, PVB2 and 4 from Punjab. And these are the varieties from Pusa, but they all susceptible to leaf curl. So we have developed through marker assisted backcross breeding. Their lines, backcross lines, they have been developed, and using those lines, hybrids developed, and in this Pusa TLCV6 hybrid released 2-3 years back. If you see the view, the Arka Samrat is shown highly susceptible. It's a Pusa Ruby. So if you see the features, the 2 hybrids, promising hybrids, they have been released. TY3 is their yield, average yield is more than 56 and 60. Root weight 55 to 100 gram. TSS is high. Brick yield is also 23 quintals, 25 quintals. It's having very high growing area from August onward till February. This is another hybrid. They all are resistant. This is the field view of Pusa 12CV hybrid 8. So they can be grown. Yield is always more than 5 grams. So India is, as far as in India, only fresh type we are producing, but the requirement of processing type is required worldwide now. Compared to US, ours is only less 1% fruit they are processed. So now the more emphasis is giving Sayadri and Mother Dairy. They have started this FPO, which because in India, huge requirement, per capita requirement in future, most all in the villages and the urban areas, they are using the ketchup, and that's why more and more processing plant they will be there. So in future, more processing type of varieties they have to be bred. Here, the titratable acidity between 0.54 to 5, TSS should be very high, uniform, intense color, red color, because color is very should be very high, more than 2 for acceptability. Thank you very much. Hello.
Thank you, sir. Thank
Yeah.
you. Participants, please ask questions. If you have any questions, please ask. Hello. Any
Hello, sir.
questions?
Sir,
Yeah.
good morning, sir. Myself, Dr. A. Srinivasulu, sir, from Krishi
Yeah.
Vijnana Kendra, Kalikiri,
Yeah.
Chittoor district, Andhra Pradesh, sir.
Yeah.
Here the tomato is a major crop, sir. Farmers are cultivating tomato, more
Yeah.
than 40,000 acres area in district.